This podcast is part of the It Was a Thing on TV podcast network.
Hogan, we have been bonded for one reason. We believe in the Hulkamania.
WCW World Heavyweight Champion Hulk Hogan recently discovered that he was dealing with a major family crisis when he revealed the man under the hood was the brash Butcher. The family ties were truly crushed when the brothers' yellow streak got even wider as Kevin Sullivan and the Avalanche were summoned to help sever this lifelong relationship. Sting dashed down the aisle to defend the champion's honor and will do so again tonight along with Dave Sullivan, the #1 Hulkamaniac in this six-man mayhem. Mr. T will monitor these irreconcilable differences as the special referee in tonight's big main event. Live from Jacksonville, Florida, it's Clash of the Champions.
And they are jammed to the rafters in Jacksonville. As you take a look at the Jacksonville Coliseum, as we present the Clash of the Champions live here on TBS. And on behalf of WCW World Championship Wrestling, welcome to TBS and the Clash. We're having fun already. Hi everybody, this is Tony Schiavone along with Bobby the Brain Heenan. And Brain, like we said right at the top, yes, Hulk Hogan's friend, former friend, is on the other side as we await this gigantic six-man, what can only be termed as a grudge match.
Hogan, it's very simple. You turned your back on your good friend. All your life you've done that. But remember the last Clash of Champions, you went to the hospital because some masked man came out and used a pipe on your leg. That masked man is your best friend, the Butcher. Well, he's got Kevin Sullivan now. You know how his mind operates. And big, over 500-pound Avalanche. Hogan, you better hide real quick behind Sting and David Sullivan, because Hulkamania is crumbling piece by piece. Big deal, Hogan. You lost a good friend.
What would you do if you lost a friend?
What would I do if I lost a good friend? Tony, I'd go out and buy myself another one.
Okay, everybody, we are here on the Squared Circle Time Machine for Clash of the Champions 29 from Jacksonville, Florida on TBS. Greg here with Dane, and Dane, are you ready for a Clash of the Champions?
I am ready for a Clash of Champions, as Michael Buffer called it. But of course, if I'm ready for a Clash of the Champions too, either way.
Oh, good old Michael Buffer.
No King of Hulkmania tonight, but he had some nice descriptors for the face team in the main event, so...
Yeah, well, we'll get to that. But first off, as we're recording this tonight on a Wednesday, we have AEW Blood and Guts tonight.
And they definitely lived up, from what I saw from the women's match, they lived up to the Bloods part already, so... Not even within 5 minutes, I guess. All you sickos who probably pleasure yourself to Sky Blue, now you can even pleasure yourself to her covered in blood.
Well, I give Sky Blue a lot of credit. She was a trooper in that match.
Yeah. And of course, the team that had Mercedes Moné on it won, so...
What, Dane? The team with Mercedes won? I'm shocked.
Yeah. It's almost like she had some kind of control to creatively have it that way.
Huh.
And now she'll go and win into these 2 more bouts from some rinky-dink indie fed.
Oh, one of those rinky-dinky feds is right here, so it's happening on Saturday right here at in Brentwood at the Suffolk Community College, so...
Well, she apparently took something from Winnipeg promotion here from Jody Threat, so We got that in common now, I guess.
Yeah. Our territories have an indie belt taken by Mercedes.
Yep.
But hey, we got TNA Turning Point coming up.
Oh, wow. About time that got some TNA action going on, because it seemed like they went dark after Bound for Glory. Like, it was just all bunch of clip shows and kind of even just taped matches from their last TV taping in Edmonton that they did for the open fight night.
Well, I have to get into WWE because we got some big news. We got War Games coming up.
Yep.
For Survivor Series. And of course, it's not made official until Regal says it's official.
Yep. And that's a good thing that he's back now. God bless Adam Pearce. He did a good job last couple of times that he's done it.
Oh, yeah. I really enjoy when Adam does the War Games bit.
Yep.
But also, we got to mention, we have a new Intercontinental Champion in WWE, and it's...
Yeah. And his name is John Cena!
Oh! An Invisible Man won the Intercontinental Championship, Dean?
Yeah. Now he's tied with Vacant in the Bayance for most title reigns.
Vacant. And you know what? I'm really happy. I can't believe that he had never won the Intercontinental Championship.
I was surprised too, because mind you, I think for the first few years of his career, the Intercontinental title was Gonzo, because it got all merged into the WWE version of the big gold belt that Triple H carried around for a long time.
Yeah, but also remember, during that time, Cena was on SmackDown and the belt was
too.
on Raw. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he was mainly the U.S. champ at that point on SmackDown.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is good that, hey, this is the one thing he's never won. He's now won it. Now he's a Grand Slam champ. So what are we calling the Grand Slam title, I guess, in WWE these days?
I don't know.
I'm guessing it's like the world title, an intercontinental title, a U.S. title, and a tag title.
Yeah. Unless we're going to have Cena go on to like NXT and like face that Jasper Troy guy for the speed belt.
The speed belt. Get that garbage out of here, as Jack Armstrong would say.
Are you serious? Get that garbage out of here!
Oh, but we got to talk about the one thing that happened while we were taping last week, and that was Chelsea Green and Ethan Page got popped by Joe Hendry and Thea Hill.
Oh, yes. And the fallout on socials for after that, too, because we had Chelsea proclaiming that she's never been cleaned like that before, which, of course, her husband, Matt Cardona, he had some good reactions to it online. And the best part of all, now we have a new Joe Hendry song.
Oh, yes. And I love that they continue the joke from that one song about Cardona playing with his hands froze. Oh, that's maybe probably Joe's best work he's ever done. Although I will say, like I say, probably prior to that, his best work was AJ Francis as the Cheez It champion. I might play that at the end of the episode. I don't know. But enough about that. We got to get to Clash of the Champions 29. So we are from the Jacksonville Coliseum in Jacksonville, Florida, in front of 4,000 people tonight. And it's kind of funny that we're in Jacksonville, considering, as Tony mentions at one point, it's going to be in another year when the Jacksonville Jaguars come into the NFL.
Yes, you were telling me that I guess it was 93 that Jacksonville and Carolina were awarded their expansion teams in the NFL. So,
yep. Tony mentions that they were playing in the Gator Bowl for the 95 season. So, kind of wondering when their stadium came about. So let me just look at that real quick. Jacksonville Jaguars Stadium. Okay, it was opened on August of 1995. So, okay, maybe they were splitting time in 95 between the Gator Bowl and that stadium. I don't know, maybe. Oh, let me check Wiki. The current structure was built using a few portions of the historic Gator Bowl Stadium However, all the elements included from the older state. Okay, so I'm guessing they added on.
Okay, so they kind of did a retrofit of the Gator Bowl into their Hurricane Stadium.
And I think they just announced the Jaguars that they're going to Orlando because they're going to be doing more renovations on the stadium.
Yeah, I saw like some prototype of artist conception stuff of what this new stadium is going to look like, and it looks all right, but it's like all this for Jacksonville. Like I've asked this before, like does Jacksonville actually have fans? Because I know like when we had Jerry World open there in like Dallas, I mean at least you have like people who are Cowboys fans.
Dane, there's a reason why Tony and his dad play one game a year in London. Because nobody shows up. And to quote Chris Mad Dog Russo,
My mother's English. Nobody in the world, nobody cares in London about the stupid Jacksonville Jaguars. They're there for 2 weeks, they lose a home game, that's a mess.
Oh.
I showed you that video.
Yes, you did. Yes, I was like, yeah, and I did comment that. Wow, it's like good thing that Jacksonville doesn't have like a devoted fan base like the AEW sickos that would like probably tear apart poor Chris Mad Dog online. How dare you attack my benevolent billionaire Nepo baby?
Listen, Chris Russo dealt with WFAN callers for almost 20 years. The sickos mean nothing to him. They're like small potatoes.
They'd all be fearing for their lives, much like Tony did.
Oh, from Phil, yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so we open with Tony and Bobby talking about the show and running down the card. And we're going to go to Mean Gene here. So he's going to be talking to Colonel Parker and Ming. So let's hear from Gene and Colonel Parker. And, well, Ming's going to be wearing his suit. He's just, he's not going to say anything. He's just going to stand there being all awesome and shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go to Gene.
All right, I thank you very much, Tony Schiavone and Bobby the Brain Heenan. You know, there is a tropical storm just off the coast of Jacksonville called Gordon. I've got a feeling things are going to get a little stormy, a little nasty here inside the Coliseum.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention, there was a tropical storm heading in the area called Gordon. And I'm like, I don't think Gordon Soley is going to do that much damage.
No. Yeah, I think we get a similar joke from Bobby Heenan later in the show about that.
All right, let's go back to Gene.
In Jacksonville, back in the hotline area right now, Mike today and Chris Cruz are talking to some of the great superstars. You know, there's been a lot of rumors. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
I just love the screenshot right now of there's old Brother Brutai, the butcher there wearing his black sunglasses, and then Mike Tenay in his black tuxedo and bow tie, and then Chris Cruz looking all glassed up and almost like some kind of substitute teacher there.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely a substitute teacher vibe that Chris is wearing right here. I'm trying to think. This must have been like shortly before or after they did Mike and Chris, the When Worlds Collide show that we covered back in June.
I wonder what Brother Brutai is talking about on explaining more about why he decided to butcher his friendship with Hogan.
Oh, yeah, that fucking butcher tried to butcher that friendship.
Yeah.
Look at him now. He's got short hair. He looks all evil and shit with those glasses.
Yeah. He's got the dark sunglasses on. So yeah, now you know he's a baddie. He's got the dark aviator sunglasses on. He's got his hair all slicked back, and he's wearing black and white as well too. So you know he's a proper heel now.
What the hell is with this Mike flag that they got on? Where Mike is holding. It looks like an ice cream bar he's holding.
Maybe it could be an ice cream bar for all we know.
He might have bought a couple of dillies from Dairy Queen before the show. Who knows?
Yeah.
The butcher would know something about a rumor that I talked about this past weekend on the hotline. I'm certain that Mike today and Chris Cruz are going to ask the butcher. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, call the hotline at 1-900-909-9900. It's $1.49 for the first minute, 99 cents for every minute thereafter. All right, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the Clash of the Champions, Colonel Robert Parker.
Okay, I just fucking love that he just brings the hanky with him wherever he goes.
I just love this like dual shot again. You got like Mean Gene in his fancy, nice black tux and black bow tie, and you got Bing in his nice sharp black suit there, and you got like Robert Parker coming out looking like Boss Hogg from Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh, definitely is giving major Boss Hogg vibes tonight.
Along with bodyguard Ming, Colonel Parker, you're not slated to be part of this card tonight, but I know you're watching very closely.
What I'm here for, I'm bearing the most important contract in the history of professional wrestling. You know, actually, I come here tonight to feed two tag teams vying for the world's title here tonight. Some important food for thought. And I think it's time that y'all digest that food well, because the winners of the world title match between Pretty Wonderful and the Stars and Stripes.
You got her, Colonel.
That's right. It's going to be meeting my men. I'm talking about Bunkhouse Bunk and Arn Anderson Saturday night on the main event.
Wait a minute, you got that down in writing for this Saturday night?
I have it down in writing. I said this is an important contract. That's exactly what it is. You know, tonight, one of those teams will have the chance to bask in the glory for a little while. But I can guarantee you this, Arn Anderson and Bunkhouse Buck get hold of you Saturday night. You'll drag the bottom of the barrel.
All right, I thank you very much, and I thank you, Ming. Thank you, Colonel Parker.
He just casually tapped Ming. Gene, and Ming's like, the fuck?
At least Gene thanked Ming for being there, so.
Oh, yeah. I also love this tie Ming has on here, too.
Oh, yeah.
This white tie.
Sharp white tie, yeah.
Okay, so we got our opening match as Pretty Wonderful and Stars and Stripes have a return match here at Clash of the Champions. Now, Dane, they had their rematch on Saturday night, but unfortunately, it was a draw as both of them got pinned at the exact same time.
Ooh, okay.
So we have this rematch here, but we got a stipulation here. If Pretty Wonderful wins, the Patriot has to unmask.
Yes, unmask.
Oh, yeah. So we might finally get the answer as to what Bobby speculated. Maybe he is Al Gore.
Al Gore or Tipper Gore, as he also speculated in later in this match, too.
First off, that's not fucking Tipper Gore. What the fuck drugs are Bobby on at this?
But I think at one point he also thought he was some kind of suffered some radiation burns from Desert Storm.
How the hell would that be possible, him getting radiation burns in the Gulf War? What does he think he is, radioactive man or something?
I don't even think any nuclear weapons were used in that war.
Oh, no. If there was any nuclear weapons, I'm sure as fuck we would have heard about it.
Oh, yeah.
You know, if he was in Desert Storm, why wasn't he in one of the Pro Set Desert Storm trading cards, the Patriot?
That's a good question.
All right, so let's go to Scott for the review of this match. It's been a long time since we've had Scott reviews for this show. So.
Oh, yeah, because I think the last few ones it's been Dave and Brian.
Yeah.
And then I think the last couple of times it's just been TV show that didn't have any reviews that we just did.
Yeah. All right. Titles versus Mask, Pretty Wonderful against Stars and Stripes. Now here's Scott. You have to hand it to Marcus Bagwell in that he could be repackaged into whatever generic tag team wrestler they needed that week. There's a certain amount of talent involved there. Orndorff quickly beats Bagwell down, and Roma comes in with a body press for 2. But the babyfaces clean house. Oh, I forgot to mention, Dean. The crowd is giving a big Paula chant to Orndorff at the start of the match.
Oh, Paula.
Yeah, let me try to find that real quick. Hold on a second.
The match a draw. That was really unfair for both sides. So we got kind of a return match here.
and a lot on the line.
You know, it doesn't help Pretty Wonderful situation. All it does is make it more exciting for the fans. Orndorff, don't worry about the humanoids.
Okay, let me explain. He's arguing with a fan. Can you describe what this fan looks like for us, Dane?
He looks like a discount Jason Lee from when he had the Earl stash for My Name is Earl.
Oh my god, yeah. Definitely looks like Timu Jason Lee and My Name is Earl.
He's got a nice stash and he's got a nice white dress shirt on. And he's standing next to a large woman who actually kind of looks almost similar to my member of the Legislative Assembly. That's a very obscure inside joke for the two people that I think will actually be listening to this that know me. So,
oh man, well, if only I knew a lot about Canadian legislative politics in the Alberta area. Okay, let's get back to Scott here. Patriot controls Orndorff with arm drags and a hammerlock, but Roma comes in and gets a backbreaker for 2. He gets cocky, and Patriot gets an atomic drop into a Fez press for 2, which is actually a nice combo over to Bagwell, and he immediately gets double-teamed and beat up on the floor to become pick in peril. Roma with a power slam for 2, but Bagwell gets a backslide on Orndorff for 2. Bagwell with a sunset flip for 2, and Pretty Wonderful dumps Patriot, and then we get a very WCW ending as the champs tried a power plex on Bagwell. But Roma gets tripped up, and Bagwell lifts his shoulder while Orndorff lays there like a moron. So Bagwell and Patriot win the tag titles at 10-10 on a vertical suplex gone horribly wrong. Yeah, 2.5 stars. I can see why the ending hurt the match, according to Scott.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the ending kind of, again, it's like they had this match to make up for the fact that there was kind of a screwy finish to the last match. So that, again, they kind of have a questionable pin attempt or pinfall here.
Yeah, I can understand why Scott might have thought, okay, that's kind of a WTF finish. But I think aside from that, I thought the match was very good.
Yeah, like this has actually been someone who wasn't too big on Stars and Stripes as a tag team, and I've grown quite fond of them as a team here that in the last bit that since we've been covering them here in our little arc.
You know, I think if we had like MVPs of this podcast, I think we could consider the Patriot one of the MVPs of this podcast.
Oh yeah, for sure. And considering too, like, and Marcus Bagwell is an unsung hero of this arc.
Oh yes, definitely. Okay, so fuck, we gotta get to our next match for the World Television title. It's the return match between Johnny E. Bad and the Honky Tonky Man.
Oh god! Speaking of matches that no one wanted, I mean, I was kind of looking forward to an idea of Elvis versus Little Richard, but then seeing it actually play out, it's like, yeah.
Well, we at least need to see Honky's entrance here.
Oh yeah. Plus, also got to see Johnny B. Bad again. He's got quite the flamboyant entrance for his character.
Yeah. All right, let's go down to the video scope here.
Shut up! He's singing.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest on the Clash of the Champions, it is for the World Television Championship. Introducing first the challenger from Honkywood, USA.
Wait,
Honkywood, USA.
US? What the? Is it like
Now
Dollywood?
Dollywood, I'm guessing. Like, is it somewhere in between anywhere, any damn place he wants, and Bad Street, USA?
Honkywood, USA. Jesus. Oh.
Another title match coming to you live from Jacksonville and the Clash of the Champions here on TBS. Boy, this is a big week for WCW. Tonight, the Clash of the Champions live, Saturday night, we now have Stars and Stripes defending the World Tag Team belt against Arn Anderson and Buckhouse Buck. And then Sunday, live on TBS Interactive Television, where you, the fans, get to choose on the Wrestling Hotline who you want to see wrestle Sunday.
Hold on there. That sounds like the 1994 version of what Taboo Tuesday and Cyber Sunday were.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a big you choose the match thing where you have to call 1-900 line to see who Avalanche is gonna face.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
I do appreciate this this program. Somebody's holding up all beat up with Honky on it.
Yeah. Someone had to bring some kind of merch for him.
Oh, there had to be like some Honky Tonk Man WCW merch. That's got to be worth like hundreds of dollars on eBay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go back. We really need to see Johnny's entrance here.
Yes, we do.
Who you want to see wrestle in the main event this Sunday?
You know, on Saturday morning, the pros on with Dusty Rhodes, Larry Zbyszko, and the Human Tornado. Gordon.
Thank you
Well, yeah, Tropical Storm is named Gordon, of course. Oh.
You're a beautiful audience. You mean the Human Tropical Storm, Gordon?
Ironic they would name a storm after Gordon. A lot of hot air and just does nothing but damage.
God would bless Bobby Heenan.
Well, here, no ditch. That describes a lot of things.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Gordon, we're going to be doing something with him later this month.
Oh, cool.
Cool.
Yes. It's something that I've been wanting to do involving Gordon for a long time on this podcast. So
yeah,
I think we're going to have a lot of fun with that. But now, let's finally get to Johnny here, because I'm dying to see what he's got for us.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent in this contest for the World Television Championship. He's from Macon, Georgia, weighing 235 pounds. The World Television Champion, Johnny B.
Hey, stupid. There's only one D in bad.
Not one is Johnny B. Bad.
Or your Mel Tillis.
And here he is, the television champion of the world. It's showtime. I love the
Now I need to describe what Johnny had on the back of his ring coat. Bad is good. Bobby's like, oh, that's bad with one D. It's one D on bad.
It's only one D in bad, stupid. And he's got the bad blaster as well, too.
Everybody wants this confetti. Oh, it's going to go to the...
Goes to the hard cam side.
And... Spoop!
Oh, spooped.
Oh, there's some money in there. I wonder if it's like real money or fake money with Johnny's picture on it.
Probably just fake money with Johnny B. Bad mug on there.
All right, so... Oh, God. We got to get into the review from Scott for this match. Oh, God. Okay, here we go. Here's Scott. Honky in WCW was a thing that could have worked, but his demands were apparently ridiculous, even by WCW's low self-esteem related standards. Think about that. Someone from WWF had contract negotiations so outlandish that even Eric Bischoff, the guy who signed every ex-WWF employee, from the wrestlers to the guys who ran the trucks for double the money without blinking, had to say, hold on there, I don't think you're worth that much money. I know, Honky Tonk Man being hard to get along with. Mind blown. Honky tries a headlock, and Bad takes him down for a hammerlock and follows with an atomic drop to send Honky running away. Back in, Honk gets a classic cheap shot out of the corner and takes over. Fist drop gets two. Shake, rattle, and roll is countered by Bad, and how could they call it that without getting sued anyway? And he makes the comeback. Bad pounds away in the corner, and the knee lift gets two. But tragically, the ref is bumped, Honky lays him out with the guitar and draws the DQ at 6:11. Man, watching Honky go out there and do all this dated 80s Memphis bullshit was pretty sad. 1 star. This was supposed to set up the final showdown at Starrcade, but Honky got fired gleefully, according to Bischoff. Oh, spoiler alert.
Yeah, I was looking forward to the rubber match between Bad and Honky on Starrcade. It would have been right up there with the planned main event of Vader versus Hogan, because Vader's #1 contender, don't forget.
Yeah, well, aren't we going to see Vader and Hogan at Starrcade, Dane?
Yeah. And then we could have, like, Sting and David Sullivan against, like, Avalanche and Butcher.
Yeah, that's got to be it. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Vader's the #1 contender. We want to see Hogan and Vader.
Yeah, let's do that. I mean, of course, we did see them early on in the podcast with Uncensored 95 in the strap match.
Yeah, which, let's be honest, the greatest finish of a strap match of all time. Okay, but we're going to have to go to an interview backstage with the Faces of Fear, so let me go to Tony real quick.
All right, fans, we are back with you live here on the Clash of the Champions, and your backstage pass on option 2 is the WCW Wrestling Hotline. Behind-the-scenes information, interviews, and right now, as you can see, Chris Cruz and Mike Tenay join to the Honky Tonk Man.
Because I just love the fact that we cut again back to the hotline, and we got Chris Cruz interviewing Honky Tonk Man, who's ranting away, and Mike Tenay just gives, like, the biggest eye roll expression, like, why the hell are you here, Honky?
Why am I doing this shit?
Why am I doing this shit? Why can't it be 2004 where I'm with Don West already?
I think Don West is too busy chilling out baseball cards right now on Shop at Home Network.
This card right here, $150. And gang, I'm here to tell you, it'll go up even higher in the future. It'll keep getting higher. Hey, call around. You don't believe us on this one, call around, but don't take long. No. Because when we run out and you call in and say, oh, can I get that at 139? They're going to say, no, don't have them. Sorry. Alice doesn't live here anymore.
Well, he needs to steal those baseball cards right now, Don West. The players are on strike right now.
Oh, yes, I forgot Priscilla in the middle of the baseball stray.
I love Honky's just holding the guitar. And Chris has got a face on like, ugh.
So talk with them, to the Honky Tonk Man, about what he just did to the head of the still television champion, Johnny B. Bad. So make sure you call the WCW Wrestling Hotline, 1-900-909-9900. Kids must have parents' permission. Calls cost $1.49 first minute.
Okay, I got a question. What kid in 1994 is going to their mom or dad saying, I want to listen to the Honky Tonk Man on the WCW Hotline?
Ugh. Very desperate kids.
Probably parents that have a big fat income.
Yeah.
99 cents each additional minute. Standing by now, though, 3 men who will be in tonight's big 6-man main event. Let's go right now to the 3 Faces of Fear. Wow.
Here we are, the 3 Faces of Fear. And as we told you, Hulk Hogan, everything has occurred just as I have foreseen.
Everything has happened just as he's foreseen. What is Brutai channeling Emperor Palpatine in Return of the Jedi?
Wow. Better that version of Palpatine than in the new trilogy, where somehow Brother Brutai gets a title shot.
But we had AI Oscar Isaac to deliver that line. Somehow Brutai got a title shot.
You have instilled fear into the very hearts of Sting and Brother Dave and Hulk Hogan. And now you have to face the music. And guess what? You're playing a death march. You have fallen into our hands. You have played exactly into what we have designed. We have all of you at once so we can destroy you all at the same time. And if you think that Mr. T is going to help you out of this situation, boys, let me tell you something. He won't! Kevin Sullivan, the Avalanche, and the Butcher are your 3 worst nightmares. There's no running, there's no hiding, there's no escaping for what we got in store for you guys. There's gonna be a lot of pain. There's gonna be a lot of suffering. Because we're not gonna take a fall on you real quick. We're not gonna finish you off fast. We're gonna take you apart, piece by piece, until there's nothing left and you're laying flat on a slab. Isn't that right, big man?
That's right. When I flew into Florida last night and said hi to my brother, Tropical Storm Gordon, I thought, look at these people in Florida.
Wait a minute. Did the Avalanche just say that the Tropical Storm Gordon is his brother?
Yes, he did.
Were we hoping that this was going to become the 4 Faces of Fear and they were going to somehow wrangle in old Uncle Fred, Tugger, Bolts, Typhoon into this?
He could have gotten like maybe any old big man from like some indie somewhere to be fucking Tropical Storm Gordon. And how would that work? How would Avalanche say hi to the Storm?
Yeah, did he just like land the plane in Jacksonville, go out into come off out of the airport and like, oh, hey Storm, how you doing? Although I kind of like the fact that Avalanche is different from Earthquake because Earthquake used to do the little hoppy jumps, and Avalanche just does kind of like a sway back and forth like you need to go to the bathroom.
Maybe Avalanche is holding like the world's biggest pee. I don't know.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Kevin is just all like methodical in his purple robe, like,
Yeah.
To be the greatest place in the world to be, but it's not. There's a tropical storm warning, and now, hear this! Warning, warning! There's an avalanche warning on top of it, and the avalanche is heading right for you, Brother Dave, Sting, and Hulk Hogan.
Hogan, let me tell you about the face of fear. For 10 years, I have laid in my bed at night, afraid that this night would never happen. You see, this is not about winning, it's not about losing, and it's not about wrestling. What it is about termination, destruction, and extinction. Hogan, this is about lifestyles. Everything you stand for, we stand against. Sting, my brother Dave, and the rest of the people that have bought into this Hulkamania crap. It's this simple. Hogan, the funeral parlor has been called. The burial plot has been bought. The grave has been dug. And the headstone says, here lies the immortal Hulk Hogan, who was snuffed out by the 3 Faces of Fear.
So wait, Kevin bought a burial plot?
He bought a burial plot and he went to the funeral parlor. Wait, so did he talk to Paul Bearer and Undertaker about this?
That's what I want to know. Or maybe he talked to like another funeral parlor somewhere, wherever he lives out in the Conch Republic.
Yeah.
Although, the thing that he talking about the headstones and funerals, you know what? I'm starting to think maybe Geraldo was right. Maybe he did do something that one night in Atlanta in 2007.
Yes, maybe. And then we have good old Billy Jerk Haynes reminding us that Daniel is actually Vince's and Nancy's love child.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Fucking Billy Jerk Haynes. Never mind, it's not science.
I was there. I saw the conception happen too.
Never mind that the conception theory makes no sense considering he was in WCW at the time. Apparently, Billy Jerk Haynes doesn't know how math works. All right, let's get into our next match between the Nasty Boys and Harlem Heat. So, let me set this up, Dave. Harlem Heat on Saturday night was speaking to some mysterious person over the phone on Those 90s style foot phones.
Okay, yes.
So there's a mystery. Okay, Harlem Heat's going to have a new manager. But who's the new manager, Dean?
And unfortunately, I think the Chiron spoiled it for us.
Oh yeah, definitely did.
Boy, I sure hope someone got fired for that blunder.
Somebody at TBS sure did. In the words of Chris Zellner between the sheets, WCW, everybody. All right, Harlem Heat and the Nasty Boys. Let's go to Scott. Oh my God, these teams wrestled each other a lot from 94 to 97. The graphic actually identifies Harlem Heat with the new manager, thus giving away the big twist ending because WCW. Tony clarifies that Harlem Heat are in fact blood relatives, true blood relatives, much like other real brother teams, like the Andersons. Sigh.
Got a nice bit from Bobby, who talks about the Rhodes brothers and talks that I guess Dusty had a brother that got kicked in the head by a mule or something.
Oh, yeah, the one Rhodes brother that we don't talk about.
Yeah. Even though we have Dustin and a very young Cody that would later team up together.
Oh, yes, but that's not for like another, what is it, when they feud against the Shield? It's like another 18 or so years.
Yep.
One day we gotta cover that one Raw where they all faced the Shield, because that was a very good show, I remember.
Yes.
The Nasties clean house, but Stevie Ray pounds on Sags in the corner before getting caught in the nasty zone. Davey clubbering Tony. Oh, wait, Dusty's not on commentary. I retract the clubbering. That gets 2 for Sags. Nasties go to work on the leg, and we take a break. Back with Booker super kicking Knobs out of the ring to take over. Spin kick, and Booker goes up and misses an elbow, allowing Sags to get the hot tag. That was quite the heat segment. Stevie balls and tries to call his secret manager on the phone, but the Nasties beat him up back in the ring, and we reveal that Sherry is in fact their secret weapon. What?
Whoa.
Whoa!
But she was last seen getting defrocked at Halloween Havoc. I guess she needs a new meal ticket now that Flair is retired.
Oh, yeah, so she's jumped on a new meal ticket.
Yeah.
The Nasties get distracted, and the Heat win somehow at 12 minutes, as no one on the crew was paying any particular attention because WCW. Thankfully, Sherry was a much better fit for Harlem Heat and actually got them to the next level. Star and a half.
Wait, do you mean the black team with the Southern gentleman who apparently also at one point suggested by Sid that they should come out in shackles wasn't getting them over?
I think that was like way long ago, Dean, when they first came in. That thankfully never fucking made TV.
Thank God.
But I know. That would have been so fucking
that would be almost as bad as wanting to 2 years later call one of the opponents for Hogan the reference to a tragic event that happened between 1939 and 1945.
Fuck, we might do that next year. Oh, God. That is maybe... Thank God they changed it, because that was so fucking horrible, even at 12 years old. I'm like, what?
What?
Oh, okay. Hey, Dane, Tuesday, December 27th on pay-per-view. It's Starrcade 94. It's a triple threat. We're going to have a triple main event this show.
Triple main event? Ooh, that sounds, well, like I said, Hogan Vader for the world title. Maybe Sting and Dave Sullivan against the Butcher and Avalanche with Kevin Sullivan in their corner.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
Hacksaw Duggan versus Steve Austin for the U.S. title in a proper match. It's going to have Austin actually go over this time.
Yeah. Okay, well, let's get into our next match. Vader against Dustin Rhodes.
When I saw that match, when you mentioned it at the end that this was happening, I was looking forward to it because I've grown to like Dustin during this period of time, and Vader, of course, is his big natural bully self, so it'll be interesting to see how these two mesh together.
Oh, yes. All right, let's get to the Scott review for Vader and Dustin. Vader smacks him around the corner and clarifies that it ain't no tea party, just in case Dustin was confused on that point, I suppose. So Dustin charges and out and beats on Vader in an impression faction, then rips off his mask and slaps the shit out of him. Now we're talking. Crossbody gets 2 for Dustin. Clothesline puts Vader on the floor and they brawl out there as Dustin puts Race on his ass for good measure and finally wakes up the crowd. Back in, Dustin stays on him, and if it was UFC, the ref would be stopping it at this point. Dustin with a suplex, and Vader takes another breather, clearly shocked that he's in this position. Back in, Dustin takes another run at him, and this time it backfires, and now Vader boxes him in the corner, but misses a charge, and Dustin gets a roll-up for 2. I always liked when Vader would have the guy in the corner and give him the punches.
That was always a lovely spot.
Vader pummels him down again, but he charges and Dustin catches him with a power slam out of the corner. Dustin with a lariat and pounds away again, but Vader tosses him over the top and right into the railing in a vicious bump that the camera crew totally misses. Back in, Vader bomb gets 2, so he does it again harder, and it also gets 2. Vader unloads again in the corner, but Dustin is too stupid to stay down and comes back with another power slam before winning a slugfest and going up with a lariat for 2. A DDT off the middle rope gets 2. Bulldog gets 2. And he goes after Race again, but Vader hits him from behind and finishes him with the inverted powerbomb at 11:54. I recall this being where sport fans accepted Dustin Rhodes once and for all, 4 stars. And, oh, Dane, you know who comes out to make the save for Dustin?
Oh,
that's right. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. He's not going to stand for this shit being the U.S. champ and all.
Yeah.
Now, can you imagine, Dane, Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Vader going up against each other?
Actually, you know what? Unironically, that would be an interesting match, actually, if it was like Mid-South Jim Duggan and this version of Vader. But again, we get a random Duggan save for some reason.
Yeah, I wonder why. I mean, Hacksaw has no beef with Vader.
Yeah. Unless he's got some issues overpay with Harley Race, maybe.
Oh, probably stemming back from that fight they had at the Slammy Awards that one year.
Yeah.
Freaking Bobby Gorilla going, that donkey should have sat on that ass. That's probably one of the greatest segments of all time. Fucking Hacksaw, Harley, and Bobby in that fight. And Gorilla doing the commentary. Okay, so we're going to go backstage now to Mean Gene with Sting, Dave, and the Hulkster.
Oh.
Yeah, and they all got the Sting face paint for this match, so...
Yeah, and it's red and yellow for Hulkamania, but poor Dave looks like they tried, like, it's almost like when they had, when Andre the Giant was going as the Ultimate Giant, and he had tried to do the Ultimate Warrior face paint.
Oh, God, yeah, Andre, the stupid ass face paint. Now I can't get the gif out of my head of Andre with the face paint at MSG trying to shake the ropes like Warrior. Oh, jeez. All right. Let's go to Gene with Hulk, Sting, and Dave.
All right, fans, we're back to the locker room area here on the Clash of the Champions.
Oh, my God. Dave's face paint. You ain't kidding. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I guess it's supposed to be like, well, Dave is freaking dyslexic. He doesn't know how to put face paint on.
Yes, because that's how dyslexia works.
You'd think Jimmy would help him get the face paint on correctly.
Yeah.
You'd think like LOD or like trying to think who would have Jimmy managed that face paint on. No, Jimmy didn't manage any face paint teams.
No. You'd figure Stinger would like set him up with his makeup person.
Yeah, somebody in makeup department at Turner, but now I guess Dave said, I'll try to do it myself.
I try to do it myself.
Well, you tried, Dave, but no.
You tried, but much like everything else with this current story here, you tried, but I think there's someone better that's going to come in sooner.
Joined by Jimmy Hart, Dave Sullivan, the Stinger, and the WCW Heavyweight Champion, Hulk Hogan. Hulk, coming up moments from now, the big main event here at the Clash. You're going to be facing Butcher. You're going to be facing the 500-pound Avalanche, and also the devious Kevin Sullivan will be involved. Special guest referee, no stranger to you, Mr. T.
Well, you know something, Mr. T, Mr. Gene, Mr. Everybody out there. It sounds like these three little chickens are counting their eggs before they hatch, Mean Gene. You know something, brother? They've talked about tombstones engraved. They've talked about digging the hole, brother. Maybe they've already called home and told their loved ones they've already won the match, brother. But, you know, we know about Gordon. We know about the storms, and we're not afraid of any natural disasters. Brother Dave's ready, and the Stinger is wound up over the edge, and he's getting my war paint all warmed up for me, brother. And I can't wait to have Mr. T directing traffic, Mean Gene, as we unload on these three. How about it, Stinger?
You got it, family. Stick together through thick and thin. Remember that, Butcher. Remember that, Avalanche. And you too, Kevin Sullivan. And as far as the graves and the tombstones, look at me. Look at these guys. We're a unit. We're a family. We are walking, talking, romping, stomping. Graveyard destruction. The place is right. The mood is right. The feeling is right. And oh yeah, see the red right here? The red blood cells are crawling through my veins.
Let me talk to Dave Sullivan.
Holster, I'm not afraid of no storm, and I'll tell you what, they better watch out, because the three of us, we're going to come out like a bat out of whale. A bat out of whale.
What the hell, Dave?
I think maybe he was thinking of the Meatloaf album, Bat Out of Hell, too, that just came out at this time. But, I mean, no, you got it totally wrong, Dave.
Yeah, there was no whales.
I don't think Meatloaf was thinking when he said I would do anything for love, I won't do whales.
Yeah. There was no allusion to Moby Dick in any of Jim Steinman's works, as far as I know.
You better believe it, brother. And you know something? Stinger, just like that old tropical storm, Gordon. These guys been hanging around, man. They've been blowing a lot of hot wind, dude. But here tonight in Jacksonville, as the floor's rumbling in the dressing room, they're waiting for the Stinger. They're waiting for Brother Dave. They're waiting for Mr. T and Hulk Hogan to tear the roof off this place. And the only natural disaster, Avalanche, is going to be the maniacs coming at you. And as far as the Butcher, you talk about beating us down slow and making us suffer. Well, maybe you've been reading the Hulkamaniacs battle plan, because that's exactly what we've been planning to do to you three dudes, brother. And as far as anybody else that gets in our way, I actually feel sorry for them, because Jimmy Hart, Brother Dave, and the Stinger, the battle plan is going to be put into action. Mr. T is going to direct the traffic, and after tonight in Jacksonville, if there's any question that the maniacs are the strongest of all, we're going to prove tonight that they can't beat us. What you gonna do, brother, when Stinger, Dave, Jimmy, and the Hulkster runs wild on you?
That is still to come here at the Clash of Champions on PBS. We're back.
All right. That was certainly something.
It was like a Coke promo without the Coke. I missed that version of Sting, though.
Oh, the Surfer Sting era.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, as much as Crow Sting and Icon Sting and TNA and Joker Sting later on with his Crow, and now that we got Old Man Sting hanging around AEW and mentoring Darby Allin, I still have a soft spot for Surfer Sting.
Yeah. I think I already said Old Man Sting's. I think I jokingly said it's Mark Hamill, Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Okay, our next match, it's not a long match. We don't have to really go into it, but we have Hacksaw against Stunning Steve in the return match for the U.S. title. And this only goes like a minute because Austin has somebody come out for this match. And who is it that comes out, Dane?
Why, it's the same person that Duggan came out to interfere with earlier, or save Dustin Rhodes on. It's Vader and Harley Race. So they lay licking onto Duggan, and the match gets thrown out.
Yeah, so Scott didn't even bother getting ready here, but he says Steve with hair and a goatee is such a weird combo for him. Which, yeah, I don't think it's until the ECW where Austin goes fully bald?
I think so, yeah. I think there was some earlier stuff in ECW he's already still had to hair it, but I think once he's finally in WWF as the ringmaster, he's gone. But I think he was clean shaven, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he was definitely clean shaven when he first appeared with DiBiase in '96.
Yeah.
Which, it's kind of weird seeing clean shaven, bald Austin in WWF, but it wasn't until he realized, okay, yeah, I might as well just use the Jay Buhner look, the goatee, and just embrace it. Okay, so here we go. It's our main event. It's the six-man tag between Hogan, Sting, and Dave against Kevin Sullivan, the Butcher, and the Avalanche. Now, Mr. T is our special guest referee, Dane.
Or is he the special guest snapper?
Oh, yeah, because I got to share it with you. And those of you who are not following us, because I had the video scope on, unlike 2 episodes ago when we last went to the arc where Mr. T was the ref for the Hogan Flair match, where he had the Red Wings jacket on. He's wearing something that I guess is a referee shirt, but he's got a hat on.
Yeah, he's got this sleeping cap on, I guess you can call it that.
He looks like he's getting ready to take a nap, for crying out loud.
Well, considering his performance as referee at Halloween Havoc, that's probably on brand for Mr. T as referee.
I will say at Halloween Havoc, though, Mr. T did a good job holding that ripped up shirt of Hogan's.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, someone had to do it.
Yeah, you didn't want to have that laying down on the mat during the match.
Yeah, someone could trip and fall on that thing.
Oh, yeah, Buffer is doing the ring announcing for this
yes.
match. So. I want to hear his ring announcing here. So, let it.
Go ahead, Brain.
No, I wouldn't touch
and
that.
Now let's meet the 3 faces of fear. First, standing tall at 6 feet 8. Weighing in at 500 pounds, well over 500 pounds. He pays tribute to his victims by wearing black and blue. This world-renowned wrestler is known in Asia as a sumo master. He is Avalanche. And coming in at 251 3/4 pounds, wearing black and white from Venice Beach, California, we have the man who was a lifelong friend of the Hulk. He helped the Hulkster to the top, only to be left behind when the glory and riches came. Tonight, he's out for revenge, leaving behind all things of the past, including his old name. He is now known as the Butcher.
Okay, Dane, I have a question. How did he guide Hogan to the top?
That's a good question, because even with Hogan's first title win in the WWF, he wasn't even with the company. Like, it was Face Andre giving Hogan the champagne bath.
Yeah, he doesn't come until he's with Johnny B with the stripper gimmick.
Yeah. Beefcake, beefcake, beefcake.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, clap your hands. Beefcake, beefcake, beefcake.
Although I do got to give Ed Leslie here credit for maybe looking like a total knob, outdoing Bruce Hart, looking like a total knob with sunglasses and doing a strut.
Oh, doing a much better job than freaking Bruce ever did.
And the third member of this dangerous trio. Wow. One of the most devastating men in the sport today. At 247 pounds of TNT, he's taken on opponents twice his size and emerged victorious. Originally from Daytona Beach, Florida, he now seeks residence and sanctuary in the Republic of Conk. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Sullivan.
The 3 faces of fear.
These are the 3 faces of fear.
They've made their way out, and we'll have the introduction of the Hulkamaniacs with the Hulkster right after this. Time out. Is that a zebra?
Oh.
Wait, so was Bobby referring to Mr. T as the zebra, or was he maybe referring to Butcher as a zebra? Which would be an interesting foreshadowing towards a future Ed Leslie gimmick.
I think he's referring to Mr. T. All right, so we're back from break, so let's get into the intro here.
The opponents of the three faces of fear, the pride of the WCW. First, at 6 feet 6 and 305 pounds, from Daytona Beach, Florida, wearing yellow and red, he is known the world over as the master of the leg drop. He is the Hulkamaniac. He is Dave Sullivan. And at 6 feet 3, 252.5 pounds, from Venice Beach, California, one of the superstars of pro wrestling, a former WCW TV heavyweight champion, former U.S. heavyweight champion, former three-time world heavyweight champion, the master of the Scorpion Deathlock, ladies and gentlemen, Sting! And in the company of his manager, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, also wearing yellow and red, 6 feet 7, 273.5 pounds, also from Venice Beach, California, the most famous wrestler in the world today, especially since defeating the great Ric Flair. Ladies and gentlemen, he's the Hulkster. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting a heavyweight champion of the world, Hulk Hogan.
Well, they got their war paint on, and they're ready to fight. I don't think they have any idea what they're in for.
I do appreciate that there was one fan on the hard camera side facing the ring, holding a Hogan wrestling buddy.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty nice.
Yeah, that was. Good shot.
Okay, so here we go. It's our 6-man main event tag here. So let's head to Scott for the review. Mr. T is the special referee, dressed in what appears to be striped pajamas, complete with a nightcap. The Hulkamaniacs dominate Kevin to start, but soon everyone is in the ring, and the suck is running wild. Avalanche splashes Dave's shoulder, and he's immediately taken to the back to the dressing room like a huge pussy, leaving Hogan and Sting alone. Oh, that's mean, Scott.
I mean, come on. I mean, Archie the Stomper Goldie's kid broke his God's collarbone broken by Bad News Allen. Those injuries could be devastating, you know.
Yeah, but let's remember, Dean, he did that because Bad News.
Archie
God,
the Stomper.
Yeah, because he found out that Archie the Stomper was a racist. And in the KKK. So technically, Bad News Brown is a goddamn hero.
Yes. But yeah, pretty much Jeremy Clarkson. Oh no, anyway, with Dave Sullivan getting taken out of the match. As it's pretty much the Stinger and Hogan show anyways.
Wow, left alone against Brutus Beefcake and part-time wrestler Kevin Sullivan. How will he ever survive? So Butcher pounds away on Hogan, and Avalanche blocks the slam for 2. Bear hug time, which allows me to ponder why they didn't just do Hogan versus Avalanche for Starrcade, since that was at least the thing that popped a buy rate 4 years previous, and thus had slightly more than a snowball's chance of hell in being something worthwhile. Yeah, that is true.
But Scott, it's Vader versus Hogan. Vader's #1 contender.
Beefcake had barely even been active as a wrestler since that time was mostly forgotten. Avalanche misses a splash, and Hogan makes a tag to Sting, who hits Avalanche with a pair of Stinger splashes to no avail. Sullivan quickly comes in for the double team to take over again, and Butcher unleashes a devastating choke. Like, seriously, Beefcake couldn't even be bothered to get into shape. Do some steroids and get a tan. He had come in looking like the disciple. They might have had something. Sullivan goes up and Sting slams him off, but it's hot tag Hogan. He quickly kicks Butcher's ass, then pins Sullivan at 10:54 because even 3-on-2, Hogan can't do a job to build up the biggest show of the year. Nothing really to the match as there was no real heat segment. It was just a big mess, 1 star. But okay, Dane, what happens after the match?
After the match, that's when the calamity begins.
Oh, yeah. Because freaking Butcher, he just keeps the sleeper on the Hulkster, and poor Hulkster. Yeah. He's just down. Oh,
he's down. He's choked out the Hulkster.
Oh, and this is terrible, Dane.
How will the Hulkster recover from such a devastating sleeper hold choke.
Yeah, I know. Let's go into the ring. I want to see if maybe the Faces of Fear will say something about what they've done to poor Hulkster.
This is horrible. Hulk is going to need some medical attention. That sleeper was on for a long time.
Oh, fucking Doug Dillinger chasing them out. Doug, you don't do fucking shit. Why are you just doing this now after the fact?
Yeah, well, where were you 10 minutes ago where were you to stop Sullivan from stealing Jimmy Hart's megaphone, which led to all this calamity?
Yeah, I know.
In kayfabe, Doug Dillinger is like such an incompetent head of security. Because I mean, he couldn't even figure out the Masked Man stuff.
Yeah, he was the fucking stupidest person in fucking WCW, not fucking securing the fucking building for the Masked Man.
Yeah.
And fucking Bischoff and Nick Bockwinkel keep him employed? What the fuck?
That was on over 4 to 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention who came out to make the save for the Hulkster. We first had Brad and Brian Armstrong come out because Tony pointed out they wrestled the dark match. And I think the Faces of Fear hit Brian so hard that he probably is thinking to himself, you know what? I might quit this wrestling business and be a roadie.
Yeah.
And then we had Stars and Stripes come out to help make the save too.
That's a good rub for them, coming out to save the top two faces of the company.
Yeah, they've just now won the tag belts again. So.
Yeah.
You know, they banned that whole, the LA police banned it. They used to use it to solve criminals. They don't use it.
Wait, is Bobby saying the LAPD used the sleeper?
That's what he's implying.
He's implying that Bill Gates of the LAPD told the police to use the chokehold. How would you know this stuff, Bobby? I'd like to know.
Yes.
We told you! The grave is done! The king is dead! To be the king, you have to destroy the king! We just destroyed the king! Hogan, the coffin's built! You're ready to lay!
I love that freaking Avalanche did the mock pose with his horse.
Oh, yeah, you got the tickets to the gun show.
Oh, yeah. The gun show of the Avalanche. Oh. And poor Hulkster, he's just like, oh, what happened to me, brother?
What happened?
Oh, well. Oh, what are we going to do, Dane? What are we going to do? Main event next show? Because Hogan has this business with Butcher that has to be settled.
They have to settle this business. But then you got Vader in the background now. He's apparently number one contender for Hogan's title, but now Duggan has got issues with him for some reason.
Oh, yeah, I know. Well,
and we'll probably get the thrilling blow-off for Honky and Johnny B. Bad.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely get a blow-up between Honky and Johnny B. Bad. I assure you, Dean, God is my will, we'll get a blow-up between the two.
And I'm sure, I don't know, we'll probably get some other, maybe we'll get Harlem Heat versus the winner of Stars and Stripes and the Stud Stable.
Maybe, possibly. Oh, wait, Dan, I have some breaking news coming in from 1994. Oh, wait, somebody's coming in for the Starrcade show.
Somebody?
Yeah.
What could it be? A dinosaur? A chicken? The Playmate of the Month?
Oh, we can only hope it's the Playmate of the Month, Dean. But we'll have to figure out what happens next time we return to this arc. So that does it for Clash of the Champions 29. And okay, this isn't really the best Clash, but I'll say the Vader Dustin match is very good and the tag match is very good.
Yeah, the two tag matches and Dustin Vader were the main things that saved this show from being an overall sleeper.
literally a sleeper.
Honky and Bad, just I don't know what, like I said, of knowing Honky's bullshit and politicking and whatever backstage probably ruined that program. And the 6-man main event, it was definitely got better once Dave Sullivan was out. So it's almost like Stinger and Hogan need like a better third man to come and even out the odds.
Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. You don't think?
I don't know. I think there might have been someone who may have gotten released recently from up north.
But that does it for Clash of the Champions 29 in episode 29. But Dane, in our next show, we're going to be, because Thanksgiving is coming up. It's time for the, it's not the Thanksgiving tradition anymore, Dane. It's the Thanksgiving week tradition, I guess you'd say now.
Yep. Or Thanksgiving tradition for you Yanks, as we have our Thanksgiving in October here in Canada.
Oh, that's right. I always remember Canadian Thanksgiving because Brett won the title on Canadian Thanksgiving.
Yep.
That's how I always remember Canadian Thanksgiving. Do you guys get like the whole turkey stuff too in Canada too?
Yeah, we do the whole turkey and stuffing, and then it varies from region to region as well too, from all the other side dishes. And then we do it all again for Christmas. Although Christmas usually is either turkey or ham, or some people also do like a roast beef as well too. So,
you know what I always love about Christmas time in Canada? When you guys for the hockey games do the teddy bear tosses.
Oh yes, those are always fun to watch.
Oh yeah, because I remember seeing the Calgary Hitmen teddy bear toss maybe about 8 or 9 years ago, and I thought that was like the funniest thing ever. Mountains and mountains of teddy bears on the ice.
Yeah.
Okay, but our next show for American Thanksgiving, we're going to go to the Richfield Coliseum in Ohio for Survivor Series 1988. So it's a hot year in WWF because we have Mega Powers are strong. We got a big main event between the Mega Powers captaining their team against the team captained by the Twin Towers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And also we have, the Honky Tonky Man's captaining a team and the Ultimate Warrior's captaining a team.
Mm-hmm.
And Jake's captaining a team against Andre. And then we got a big 20-man, 10-team matchup captained by Demolition and the Powers of Pain.
Wait a minute. Demolition are heels around this period of time.
Yeah.
And the Powers of Pain are faces at this time, aren't they?
Yes.
Or they came in as faces. So is this the famous double turn that really wasn't that was confusing as hell?
Well, Dane, we're going to have to find out because that will be on our next show, Survivor Series 1988, around Thanksgiving. And that is coming up right here on the Squared Circle Time Machine, as we'll try to figure out that mystery. And we'll also have some hot dog and grandstanding, I bet, from the Hulkster in more ways than one.
Mm-hmm.
So get your fist pumped and do your little Akeem dance next time right here on the Squared Circle Time Machine. I'm Greg, and that was Dean. And we'll see you right here for Survivor Series 1988, right here on the Squared Circle Time Machine. Have a good rest of your day, everybody.
Just 1 week ago, I can still remember when Ethan had to eat some pie. And I'm sorry if I made you hurt. I'm just trying to give you free dessert, so maybe you'd be happy for a while. But you're a coward and you slithered. You missed the pie Thea delivered. Pie just missed your face. It hit your friends, you disgrace. I'm sure that you are going to cry when we hold the AAA titles high. But something touched me deep inside the day Chelsea got pie.
I have never been creamed on like this before.
Pie, pie, Chelsea got pie. Says she's never beaten cream, but that is a lie. And Ethan Page is with her most of the time, but Matt Cardona says that it's fine. Matt Cardona says that it's fine. Do you believe in Joe Hendry and Thea Hale as a tag team? They'll be the best AAA champs ever seen when they're at MSG. And we were singing pie, pie, Chelsea got pie. Says she's never beaten cream, but that is a lie. And Ethan Page is with her most of the time. Matt Cardona says that it's fine. Matt Cardona says that it's fine.
And